Hi, thank you so much for your interest in TAC-F and our programs. We are so excited to share these programs with the service community and the civilian community, people who are interested in supporting. Here's the bare bones basics to what we do. We spend 2 years with service couples. We know that the Army did a study showing that 80% of service suicides are relationship related. And that has nothing to do with the love in the marriage or the people in the marriage. It has everything to do with the fact that when service life and the world at large is really dark, and you're in a position where you're fighting some of the darkest things in life, and you don't have the tools you need to be successful at home in a way that makes you feel successful, oftentimes that can be the straw that breaks the back of somebody and leaves them feeling hopeless. So what we do at TAC-F is we give service members and their spouses the tools that they need to not only survive service life, but thrive in it. Marriage is hard for everybody. Put on top of that a lot of the stresses in the service world, and it becomes at times a bit unmanageable. And with the right tools, it's totally manageable. We can do great things. We're big believers in working on strengths. So over our 2 years and our 5 programs, we come from a place of strengths. We have coaches who work with the couple together to show how their strengths work in marriage, how there are times where we need to put some boundaries and some bumpers on our strengths, because sometimes our strengths can be a negative if we don't know how they're impacting the family and the relationships. So we work with strengths for 10 weeks, and then it's a 1 hour a week, and we can do it online, which is super cool. So we're able to help people across the country, and we're able to work with schedules that are ever changing in the service world. And then we have empowered spouses, where we have 10 women who are intentionally chosen to not have any overlap with their husband's job so that they can be completely vulnerable. A lot of people don't realize that there isn't just an automatic support group when you're in a fire department spouses group or a military spouses group. Sometimes it works that way, but most often it doesn't. And most often you're not totally vulnerable because you don't want it to negatively impact your husband's job, as it often does. It also can't be done really through the military or any of the agencies. It needs to be done in the civilian world, where it's truly an opportunity for transparency, vulnerability, real talk, real solutions. It's not rocket science, as we've discovered. Baylor University has studied all of our programs, and we found out that these tools make life-saving and life-changing differences for the people who are enrolled in our programs. It's been absolutely extraordinary. When we have the right tools and we use some repetition with it, it becomes second nature for these couples to have a much easier time together, and they start to get excited about their marriage again, remember why they loved each other, and they find a way to not only make their marriage work, but their family life a lot happier too. It's been an incredible journey. After they do the strength training, and then they have the empowered spouses, we have emboldened service member men, and that is tailored for their life as a service member, again, intentionally chosen outside of their work group so that they can be fully transparent with people who also know what it's like to serve in a service community. And then we have a longer program where the couple comes back together again in small groups. That's our Mastering Your Service Marriage program, and they get small groups where they come together for, again, a few months, and once a week they have some homework and some exercises, but more than that, they have community. And then we have Date Night Out program, which is something that we work on going forward to continue dating each other. The coolest thing about this is that in these programs, our participants are developing a network, a small network of trusted friends who we've noticed stay with them for life. Once they've been through this trench part of life where they go, okay, we're going to get in the trenches with you and talk real talk and get vulnerable and share things and progress and encourage each other, they now have friends of their marriage who are going to stay there and encourage them, remind them, keep them accountable, and find joy in life and family life again. So all in all, that's the bare bones of our programs that last 2 years for service couples who we are so grateful will join up and participate in the programs that we've developed.